Every home has a breath of its own, and that breath begins at the entrance. Before we talk about wealth, about success or opportunity, we must begin here, with the doorway that welcomes everything into your life. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you work, no matter how much effort you put in, money still slips away? Opportunities come, but never stay, as if something invisible is blocking your luck. If that feeling is familiar, you are not alone, and there is a reason for it. Your front entrance is not just a place where you walk in and out. It is the energetic gateway of your home. It is where the inner world of your heart meets the outer world of possibilities. When this entrance is balanced, open, and aligned, life begins to flow again. If the entrance is blocked, dim, or neglected, fortune hesitates, wealth pauses, and opportunities pass by your door without entering. My name is Master Yip. For over 40 years, I have studied and practiced classical Feng Shui. I have walked into thousands of homes, big and small, rich and simple. And just by observing the entrance, I could see whether the family was rising in prosperity or silently struggling beneath the surface. So today, I want to guide you gently, not with superstition, but with understanding. And at the end of this video, I will share a simple 30-second ritual that can completely shift the flow of wealth in your home. But first, take one moment to set your intention. Comment below, "My home welcomes prosperity." And if this message already feels meaningful to you, please like the video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more guidance. Our journey begins now. The energetic nature of the front entrance. Before we move into the practical steps, we must understand the principle behind them. Because Feng Shui, at its core, is not about decorations, lucky charms, or superstition. It is about energy and the way energy moves through space. Every space you have ever walked into has a feeling. Some places feel warm, welcoming, calm. Others feel heavy, stagnant, or a little uncomfortable. You cannot see energy with your eyes, but your heart can sense it instantly. In Feng Shui, we call this energy qi. Qi can flow smoothly, or it can become blocked, and your front entrance is where that flow begins. Just like the body has a mouth to breathe in air, a home has a mouth as well, and that is the front door. When the entrance is open, clear, and alive, the home breathes in fresh qi, bringing clarity of mind, opportunity, financial stability, and emotional peace to the people who live inside. But when the entrance is blocked, dim, cluttered, or neglected, the home struggles to breathe. This is when life begins to feel heavy, slow, stressful, or stuck. Let me offer you a simple image. Your home is a living being, and your entrance is its lungs, the place where it draws in the life force of the universe. If the lungs are open, the body thrives. If the lungs are tight, the body suffers. It is the same with your life. And I want to share something I have observed throughout decades of visiting real homes. I have seen houses that are large, expensive, elegant, but the entrance was dark, narrow, or crowded. And the family living there was always busy, always stressed, always chasing money, but never feeling secure with it. The wealth came, yes, but it never stayed. On the other hand, I have stepped into modest homes, small apartments, simple houses, humble spaces, where the entrance was bright, clean, cared for with intention. And the families there often had something precious: peace in their relationships, steady income, emotional warmth, and a quiet confidence that life was supporting them. This is not coincidence. This is the law of energetic flow. When the entrance is open and aligned, life can enter. When the entrance is blocked, life remains outside. So before we add anything, remove anything, or place anything, we must first learn to see the entrance not as a door, but as the place where your future comes in. And now that you understand this, we can move into the 5 common mistakes that silently block wealth from entering your home. The 5 silent mistakes that block wealth at your entrance. Now that you understand the entrance as the breathing gate of your home, we must look closely, gently, honestly, at what may be blocking the flow of prosperity right now. And I say this with warmth, not judgment, because almost every home, no matter how wealthy or humble, carries at least one of these patterns. What matters is not perfection, but awareness. Awareness is what allows energy to begin moving again. So let us look together. Mistake 1. Cluttered shoes and scattered objects at the door. Picture this. You arrive at your entrance, and the first thing you see is shoes everywhere. Bags thrown near the door. Delivery boxes waiting to be opened. Keys forgotten on the floor. The path is not open. The entrance is not welcoming. The breath of the home is tight. In Feng Shui, this sends a very clear message. There is no space for opportunity to enter. Even if no one speaks it aloud, the space speaks for you. When the entrance is crowded, the mind also becomes crowded. And when the mind is crowded, clarity and financial opportunity rarely find a way in. A clear entrance means a clear beginning to each day. So the first small shift is simple. Keep the doorway open. Let it breathe. Mistake 2. A dark or unlit entrance light is not only illumination. Light is qi. When the entrance of a home is dark, even if the home inside is big, beautiful, or luxurious, the energy entering the home is weak. And when qi is weak at the entrance, the people inside often feel tired easily, emotionally sensitive, financially unstable, or constantly struggling to hold on to money. You may have seen homes like this. Everything inside looks expensive, yet the atmosphere feels tense, as if everyone is trying very hard to be okay. Now consider another home, perhaps a small apartment, simple and modest, but the entrance is clean, bright, and warmly lit. There, the family often feels supported. There is laughter, there is ease, there is space to breathe. So if your entrance is dim, a single small light, warm, soft, and gentle, can shift the entire energy of your home. Not everything requires a grand solution. Sometimes one soft light is enough. Mistake 3. Dead or dying plants at the entrance. Plants are living symbols of your life force. When a plant thrives at the entrance, it tells the universe, growth is welcome here. But when a plant dies there, even if by accident, forgetfulness, or lack of time, it speaks another message. The flow of life has slowed. This does not mean anything is wrong with you. It simply means the plant needs to be replaced. Do not feel guilt. Do not attach meaning to the past. Just choose a fresh leaf. Invite new life. Because when the entrance shows life, life responds in return. Mistake 4. Broken items or a doorbell that does not work. This one is subtle but powerful. A broken doorbell means that connection is blocked. Messages cannot arrive. Opportunities do not announce themselves. Support does not know how to reach you. Similarly, A damaged handle, cracked tile, or door that sticks when opening symbolizes resistance in your financial flow. It says, wealth may come, but it will struggle to stay. Fixing these things is not about aesthetics. It is about restoring continuous flow. When the door opens smoothly, life opens smoothly. When the door welcomes, the world knows where to knock. Mistake 5. A mirror directly facing the entrance. This is one of the most common and one of the most costly mistakes. When a mirror faces the entrance head-on, it reflects energy back out of the home. We call this wealth entering but not staying. It can look like stable income but no savings, business opportunities that fall through, money that comes in one hand and leaves the other, feeling like you're always starting again. The solution does not need to be dramatic. Simply move the mirror to the side. Let energy enter and settle, not bounce away. Your home should be a receiver, not a reflector. Do not stress. Do not blame yourself. Do not feel overwhelmed. You do not need to fix everything today. Just begin with one thing you feel ready to shift. Because the moment awareness arises, healing begins. And step by step, your home will begin to breathe again. Now that you know what blocks wealth, we can begin inviting abundance with intention. In the next section, I will show you a simple but powerful arrangement known as the Prosperity Bowl. We will talk about what materials to use, what each element symbolizes, where exactly to place it, and how to activate its energy gently, naturally. This is where the shift truly begins. The Prosperity Bowl, a symbolic invitation for wealth to enter. Now that we have cleared the pathway and restored the breath of the home, we can finally speak about inviting prosperity to enter. But I want to say this clearly. The Prosperity Bowl, what many call Bachuti, is not a charm, a superstition, or a lucky object. It is a symbolic arrangement of elements designed to align your home with the natural movement of abundance in the universe. Symbols matter because your mind responds to them. When you change the symbolism of your space, you change the message your home sends into the world. This is how energy shifts. Gently, naturally, without force. So let us build your prosperity bowl together. 1. The bowl, the vessel of stability. Choose a bowl made of ceramic or wood or metal. In Feng Shui, the bowl represents earth, if ceramic, metal, if brass or copper, wood, if carved naturally. The purpose is not the material itself, but the quality it holds: stability, containment, support. Prosperity is not just about attracting wealth, it is about holding it. The bowl represents your capacity to receive and contain blessing. If you rush through life, if you feel constantly overwhelmed, if money comes but disappears quickly, then your bowl, your inner container, needs strengthening. This is where we begin. 2. Grains, seeds of nourishment and long-term wealth. Place rice, lentils, beans, or any natural grain in the bowl. Grains are one of the oldest symbols of abundance known to humankind. They represent enough to eat, enough to live, enough to grow, enough to share. In the elemental cycle, 3, earth, nourishes Mik, wood. This is the movement of long-term, sustainable wealth. Not sudden, not unstable, but steady, like a field that grows harvest after harvest. The grains say to the universe, there is fullness in this home, and fullness attracts more fullness. 3. Coins or small pieces of metal, the movement of wealth. Add a few coins, gold-toned objects, or small metal pieces. Metal conducts energy. Metal directs intention. Metal invites flow. In the 5 elements, metal generates water. Water generates wealth. Phi, Tai. So we are activating circulation, opportunity, business movement, income streams opening. Do not worry about the value of the coins. This is not about price. This is about symbolic resonance. Even 1 coin is enough if placed with clarity of intention. 4. A small living leaf or green branch. Finally, add something alive. This can be a fresh leaf, a small cutting of a plant, a sprig of herbs, or a tiny potted plant. This represents Mik, wood, the energy of growth. Without growth, wealth becomes stagnant. With growth, wealth breathes and expands. When you place something alive in your prosperity bowl, you are saying, wealth is not just arriving, it is continuing. Last, placement, where the prosperity bowl lives. This is very important. Place the bowl on the left side of your entrance, left when you stand inside the home, looking outward. Above knee level, never on the floor. On a stable surface, a small table, shelf, or cabinet. Not beside the trash, bathroom door, or back door. This position aligns with the wealth-receiving meridian of the home. It allows prosperity to enter and stay, not scatter. The most important teaching. I want you to remember this line. The prosperity bowl itself is not sacred. Your intention is. Objects do not bring luck. Awareness brings luck. When you place this bowl with calm breath, soft mind, and a genuine invitation to life, you are opening the door for the universe to recognize your readiness. Prosperity comes where it is welcomed, not where it is demanded. A real story. A shift in 3 weeks. A few years ago, I visited a family in a small apartment. The father worked constantly. The mother carried quiet exhaustion, and the children rarely saw joy at home. The home was neat, but the entrance was dim and silent. We made 2 simple changes, cleared the shoes, placed a prosperity bowl exactly as I taught you here, nothing else. No lucky charms, no rituals, no complexity, just awareness plus placement. Within 3 weeks, the father received 2 unexpected job opportunities. The mother began sleeping better. The home felt lighter, more open, as if someone had opened a window in their life. Energy shifted, not through force, but through alignment. And the same is possible for you. Now that you have placed your prosperity bowl, there is one more step to elevate the invitation. We must adjust the aesthetics of the entrance, its light, its tone, and its emotional warmth. In the next part, we will explore the colors that attract wealth and joy, the type of lighting that strengthens the home's chi, small symbols of protection and blessing you can add. None of these require large expense, only awareness and gentle care. Now that your entrance is clear, open, and aligned, and your prosperity bowl has been placed with intention, we can elevate the atmosphere of your doorway, not by adding clutter, not by decorating for beauty alone, but by shaping the emotional tone of the energy that enters your home. Your entrance should feel like a welcome. It should feel like a soft breath, a quiet invitation for abundance to step closer. And there are three gentle ways to create this feeling: color, light, and sacred symbolism. 1. Color, the frequency of emotion. Color is not simply visual. Color is vibration, and vibration is energy. At the entrance, we choose colors with intention. Red represents fire, warmth, recognition, and life force. A touch of red does not mean painting your door bright scarlet. It can be subtle: a red tassel, a ribbon, a small seal, a thread. Red says, success is welcome here. Green represents wood, living growth, renewal, and ongoing prosperity. A small plant, a leaf branch, or a green doormat brings the message, this home continues to rise. Gold, or soft yellow, represents metal, which generates water, which generates wealth. Gold is not just luxury, it is confidence and clarity of direction. A golden frame, a brass bowl, or warm-toned hardware is enough. Gold says, we are ready to hold wealth with stability. These colors do not need to dominate. Even a single whisper of color can shift the frequency of the entire space. 2. Light, the breath of the home. There is a saying in classical Feng Shui, where light enters, life enters. If the entrance is dark, energy slows down. People tire easily, motivation drops, arguments rise without reason. A soft, warm light at the entrance is one of the most powerful Feng Shui tools, yet also one of the simplest. Your entrance should never feel shadowed or hidden. Light does not need to be harsh or bright, just gentle, steady, and warm. Think of the feeling of candlelight, soft, welcoming, safe. When the entrance glows, the home begins to exhale, and the family breathes more peacefully. It is not just design, it is calmness taking shape in physical form. 3. Sacred presence, symbols of gentle strength. Your entrance is the threshold between worlds, between the quiet inner life of your family and the vast shifting energy of the world outside. So we place symbols, not as superstition, but as reminders of intention. A few gentle examples. A small, clear-toned wind chime in metal. Not loud, just soft enough that when it rings, you feel the air moving gently. This keeps energy alive, not stagnant. A handwritten character for fortune or blessing, not printed by machine, written by hand, carries life force, qi. Place it where you see it as you return home, so your heart remembers, I am supported. A painting or carving of peony or bamboo. Peony symbolizes prosperity and grace. Bamboo symbolizes endurance and steady growth. These are not decorations, they are direction. When symbols are chosen with care, your entrance becomes a place of quiet power, a place where the world softens its tone before entering your home. Now that the entrance has been cleared, arranged, and harmonized, there is one final step to activate the flow of prosperity. A daily ritual that takes only 30 seconds, but continuously keeps the energy fresh, open, and receptive. In the next section, I will show you a morning opening practice to welcome wealth, a returning home gesture to reset your emotional field, a weekly renewal method to keep your prosperity bowl alive. This is where the transformation becomes living, not just placed, but but moving. The daily entrance ritual for wealth flow. Energy moves the same way breath does, quietly, constantly, and often without being noticed. In Feng Shui, the entrance to your home is not a fixed condition. It is a living interaction between you and the world. So even when the space has been arranged correctly, its strength depends on the continuity of your attention, not heavy effort, not superstition, but gentle, steady presence. These small daily and weekly practices ensure that the flow of wealth remains alive, not stagnant. Think of it as tending to a garden. You do not have to rebuild it every day. You simply keep it open to sunlight, air, and light. 1. Morning ritual. Opening the home to new qi. 3 to 5 minutes. Each morning, before your mind fills with the concerns of the day, go to your front entrance and open the door. It does not matter what you see outside. It does not matter whether your home faces the road, a courtyard, or a hallway. Leave the door open for 3 to 5 minutes. What is happening in this moment? Stale energy is leaving. Fresh energy is entering. The subtle lungs of the home are breathing. Your day begins with invitation, not resistance. This single action shifts the tone of the day. If mornings are busy, do not rush. Simply open the door as you pass by. Even if you do nothing else, this alone keeps the home aligned with movement and receiving. Wealth flows not because we chase it, but because we make space for it. 2. Returning home. Resetting your emotional field at the door. When you return home, pause at the entrance. Just one breath. One slow, quiet breath. Place your hand over your heart or on the door frame. Feel your body arrive before your thoughts arrive. Then, say softly, either aloud or silently within, "Good energy enters with me." Prosperity is welcome here. Or, if you prefer the traditional phrasing, "Keling vonye tui, toi mim kui ki lak un kutidi." This is not about asking for money. It is about aligning your emotional state with the energy of your home. You leave behind the noise of the world, and you step into your space with intention. When practiced daily, this moment becomes a grounding point, a calm reset, a gentle reminder that home is a sanctuary, not a storage space for stress. Your home begins to feel different. So do you. 3rd weekly renewal. Keeping prosperity fresh. Once a week, return to your prosperity bowl. There is no need to rebuild it, no need to change everything. Instead, you are simply refreshing the vitality of the elements. Do the following slowly with soft breathing. Replace the leaf or greenery with something fresh. Lift or lightly stir the grains with your fingers, the way a farmer turns soil to let air in. Wipe the bowl gently with a smooth, clean cloth. This prevents qi from settling or dulling. It reminds the home that growth is an ongoing movement. The key is not effort, it is presence. Do it with a calm heart. A rushed ritual carries no energy. A quiet one carries power. When you refresh the bowl, you are saying, life continues here. Wealth continues here. Growth continues here. And the universe responds to continuity. At this point, you have not only changed your entrance, you have changed your relationship with it. You have opened space. You have invited life. You have anchored prosperity into the rhythm of your daily movements. The final step is to integrate this shift emotionally and spiritually, so the home and the heart work together. In the next section, we will reflect on the transformation you have begun. Seal the energy with one clear affirmation, and close with a gentle blessing for your home and those who live within it. We have walked a gentle path together today, from understanding the entrance as the breath of the home, to clearing its pathway, to placing symbolic elements with intention, to nurturing that energy day by day. And now, I want you to pause, just for a moment. Take one slow breath in, and let it soften your chest as you exhale. Your home is not separate from you. It reflects your inner world, your memories, your hopes, your way of living. And when you care for your entrance, you are not decorating. You are inviting life to return. The front door is the place where the old leaves and the new arrives. It is where possibility first touches your life. It is the threshold where your inner world meets the world outside. In Feng Shui, we often say, the entrance is the breath of the home. When the home breathes clearly, the family lives clearly. So you are not changing your space for beauty. You are changing it so your life can breathe again. You are saying, I am open. I am ready. I welcome what is meant for me. This is the true meaning of prosperity, not excess, not display, but enough. Enough to live with comfort, enough to love without fear, enough to grow with steadiness. Now, before we end, I invite you to anchor this new energy with a single sentence. You may say it softly, or simply write it in the comments below, but speak it as if you are speaking to your home. I am ready to receive prosperity. Or in the language of many ancient houses, Toi San Shang Don Yung Tang Vien. Let this not be a wish. Let it be a declaration of openness, because the moment the heart opens, the doorway does too. A gentle closing invitation. If this message has touched something quiet inside you, even a small corner of your heart, I invite you to leave a simple greeting in the comments, even just one word, present, listening, or simply, I am here. This small gesture is not for me. It is a way of opening the door inwardly so that blessings know where to enter. And if you feel that someone you care about may need this reminder of softness and renewal, please share this video with them. Like, comment, or subscribe, not for the algorithm, but to continue walking this path together. Thank you for spending this time with me. May your home be full of peace. May your steps be steady. May prosperity arrive gently and stay. Until we speak again, breathe with your home.